Hey, it's Nathan Crane, president of the Panacea Community, and I am here with Richard Gordon, the founder and author of Quantum Touch. They are in over 50 countries, and this man is he's a true genius with the work he's doing around energy and around health. And I just want to hand it over to him to share with you some of his ideas and research and findings around what it truly means to be healthy and how energy affects our lives in regards to our health.
Glad to do it. Glad to do it.
No, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Okay. So where should we begin?
Well, let's begin with what you were just sharing with me a few minutes ago about how our overall health is actually related to the energy systems of our body.
Yeah, people talk about the energy systems of the body, and they're often referring to the chi, the ki, the prana, the life force energy. These systems operate and are enhanced through emotional well-being and moving the life force energy, the exercise we get, and the foods that we consume. Now, each of these is a whole separate field, and there's two of them that I feel most qualified to share with the audience. And the first one is that when you block your emotions, when you suppress the emotions within yourself, they often get expressed through symptoms and conditions in your life. And I figured out a way we call SelfCreated Health to help people find and release the emotional cause. We ask simple, non-invasive questions about what you feel because you have the condition, and you paint a three-dimensional image of what the emotional situation was that caused that condition to occur. Once you find that emotional cause and you release those specific emotions with great intensity and power, then what happens is you now can then take responsibility for having attracted that condition to yourself. But a lot of people get themselves in trouble because they try to jump to step 3 and say, well, I know I created this, but I don't know why, so I'm just going to beat myself up.
Right.
And that's a totally destructive approach. When you know and you've released the emotional cause, then you realize you did this to yourself, and that creates a tremendous level of remorse. And from the remorse, now you're in a position to go into self-forgiveness. And if you do the self-forgiveness process properly, it leads to explosive, overwhelming self-love that you can't contain, and that becomes love of higher self. And so that whole process takes maybe a couple hours to do, but it can take and transform the physical symptom. That's one particular breakthrough. The other one is ways of moving the life force energy through our body so powerfully that you can see the most wonderful radical changes taking place in people's bodies in real time. And this we call quantum touch. And there's different levels of the work. In the most advanced work, you can work so quickly, so powerfully, bringing up the life force energy. Again, we're talking about that chi, that prana. You learn to move it with breathing and body awareness exercises. There's no attunements, there's no symbols, there's no woo-woo whatsoever. It's real straight resonance and entrainment. You hold a high vibration, the other person matches your vibration, the body intelligence takes over, does the healing that it wants to do. I recently started a podcast called The Possible Human, and in this podcast, I'm interviewing people and I'm hearing just the most remarkable stories I've ever imagined. Two of my instructors were telling me about working on a wide range of mental health issues, from bipolar, autism, addictions, traumas, ADHD, Alzheimer's, and on and on. And I said, what are you doing? They said, well, we're doing what you taught us. We're running energy inside the brain and into the parts of the body where they're feeling emotions. Well, you're just cherry picking, right? You're just telling me your favorite stories.
Right.
Well, of course we're telling you stories we like, but we're surprised when we don't see results. Well, how many sessions are you giving? Well, maybe 3 or 4 sessions, and they're seeing these things happen. What we're seeing is a series of so many miracles, of so many surprising phenomena. You see, our love is actually a real force, and people forgot this. They forgot that we actually, hey, we are magic, right? Everything is magic, that we are magic, but we forgot it. We got into the idea that everything is just physical.
Right.
And it's actually a manifestation of love. And when people learn how to focus and amplify the love and project it in conscious ways. One of the things I enjoy showing as a demonstration of the work is that you can untwist a person's pelvis in a few seconds without touching them.
Yeah.
And I think I've just discovered a device that we can actually show a whole room full of people when it happens by getting laser beams to move. So that's something I should be announcing shortly.
Well, that's exciting. And you know, so the key here really is and it's taken me years to come to this understanding as well, through a lot of research and personal experience and learning from folks like yourself, is that it is important to take care of our physical body, our diet, our nutrition, our exercise, but if we're only doing that and we're not understanding how our emotions, our mind, the energy bodies of our existence are affecting the outcomes and the circumstances that our body is showing or experiencing, such as, you know, cancer, arthritis, or tumors, and so forth. If we're not addressing those, then we're missing the whole bigger picture. And that's what I love about the work that you're doing, is that you're really addressing those, and you're doing it in a way that's very profound. Yeah. And a lot of people are supporting you with it. A lot of your practitioners that have been trained are around the world and supporting many tens of thousands of people.
Yeah, I really encourage people to get into a raw diet to a large extent or completely. I really encourage people to get exercise, to live in a state of gratitude. But what happens is we also have to deal with the suppressed and old emotional issues that are blocking us. And you need to learn how to move the life force energy consciously. And with these skills, I think we have an incredible toolkit to move forward.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you. And what's the best way people can get in touch with you, Richard?
QuantumTouch.com, and also check out the podcast, The Possible Human.
The Possible Human. Beautiful. Well, thank you, and please share this video with your friends. Please click the like button below and leave us your comments and questions. Look forward to hearing from you, and just appreciate you so much for sharing with us.
My pleasure.
All right.
Yeah.